OnlyFans. We starting with OnlyFans?
Let's start with the ignorance.
We've started with OnlyFans.
We were just talking about that, right?
Yeah.
Now this is something that blew up over COVID time. Mm-hmm. Everybody kind of got into this, personal relationship with a woman that they don't know. And started supporting them and paying their bills. But now that there's guys in it, Adam, you do this, right? You and your girlfriend.
Fiancé, but yeah.
Fiancé.
Congratulations.
You gotta put the status on it.
Salute.
Put the status on it. What made you get into that?
Well, when I met her, she was thinking about starting a private Snap, which was like the precursor to OnlyFans.
Right.
I told her, like, nobody's gonna pay for that. She made like $30K month one. So I was like, oh, okay. All right. And she had like 50,000 followers. So it wasn't like she was on some crazy shit, And then we just kept like just finding random girls, and like we'd be in the club and just meet girls, and we'd just be fucking them, and then we wake up in the morning and we just got these videos on our phone because we just end up filming it. And then at a certain point, she started to be like, hey, if such and such porn star girl comes through the crib on Tuesday at 4 p.m., are you down to fuck us and film it? And I'm like, yeah, okay. Like, I can do that midday for sure. And then after a while, it became like, oh, we should start a porn podcast together where we interview the girls and then fuck them. And we'll just like do this business 50-50.
Yeah, shit is awesome.
This is like two Heinekens in the chair. Right?
Oh yeah.
This is wild.
I see you just did the interview with Kylie Quinn. I'm like, oh, I love that whore, yo.
Yo, you like her? Okay.
Oh yeah, I just saw this guy like totally like degrade her.
Too far.
What are you talking about? It's on camera. It's on camera.
He's worried about YouTube.
Oh no.
Yeah. YouTube's on like.
Okay, I just saw a guy who put her on a pedestal in such a way and delivered extreme genetics on her in such an eloquent fashion, and I wanted to replicate that in real time, effective immediately.
I bet she's gonna be happy to hear that because I'm so glad that interview could have that effect on someone. That's
No.
Are you already deep in there?
Yeah,
he's already.
What the interview that did it?
Damn. Okay.
Where he's always.
I had quit, And
I just want to say something. The other day I interviewed Rico Strong.
Oh, that was a great interview.
Thank you.
Great.
One of the greatest cocksmiths of our time, and he said the best pussy he ever had was Pinky.
Yeah.
Pinky?
And I tend to trust his opinion.
Wow.
I mean, he would. I guess he would know.
He seems like an expert.
But that's kind of an alley-oop for her because she's kind of been blackballed out of the whole thing.
But you think she really blackballed?
Not blackballed. She's just getting. She's getting hazed a little bit. But I don't consider it blackball.
She's been a straight arrow. One of the things she told me when I first met her, she said a lot of women get into porn so they can charge more money for escort services. Mm-hmm. They don't care about being porn stars. They just care about being able to charge $5,000 instead of $200. And then she said,
it's like a resume.
And she said most of the girls never had a bank account. They would all walk around with their money in suitcases. Mm-hmm. Like all the money they've ever made in porn was in their suitcase.
Suitcases?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So porn chicks are like a lick?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
But it's like that with porn too, where like the OnlyFans girls now, they go and do a bunch of scenes for Vixen or Blacked or whatever the fuck it is. That's just promotion for their OnlyFans.
That's it.
And then they can make more on their own.
Money. Oh, that's crazy. How do you?
They're unsigned rappers now. They're literally unsigned rappers. Going to shoot with one of the big studios. It's like getting a feature.
Why is everybody always making these girls rap though? Just let them fuck.
Well, nobody. That was not my suggestion. That was 100% not my suggestion. I don't think 90% of the people who are rapping should be rapping, especially not
he likes to throw demos in the trash.
I don't like
He's a purist.
Yeah. He's a connoisseur.
Yes.
That's what you connoisseur.
I'll take that one.
Yeah. Some people just drink wine.
He smells it.
Exactly. He sniffs it.
He smells it.
But so, what made what is that like? Because I'm not gonna lie. There was a couple times in my life when I was like, okay, they both knocked out. The bed is soaked. I might be able to get a check for this. But I never had the heart to actually go into it.
Yeah.
Like, where does that come from? Were you just already like on that Like, yo, I grew up watching porn. I love it.
I
man.
just like gradually got like inched into it by her because she just
Pause.
Yeah, pause. But we just kept doing it.
New York, Adam.
You know, at first we're filming it. I was there when Cam and them started saying that. I told them that pause thing. I like that. Keep going with that.
Yeah.
Fuck no homo. Go with pause. But I don't know. I just like casually got broken into it with my girl, and also like at a certain point too, it's like she kept blowing up as a porn star, and she never said it. But it's like realistically, it's like if I'm not gonna be piping you, then I'm like severely limiting your career. So I better be the one, because I don't want someone like him coming in having to do the job for me. You know?
Right. So you don't allow her to be
No,
with any other.
me, yeah.
Right. Okay.
I respect that. That's ill, because I used to be like, how can this dude sit here and let his girl get ran by multiple streetlights consistently and then be like, baby, I love you. I'm like, yo, she just got a train ran on her.
There are dudes out there who that's
Let me tell you something. When I did the interview with that girl up in Harlem, and I poured the milk on her, I showed it to Ghost. Ariana
What
Star.
a sentence.
Ariana Star.
Okay.
Her man who's in porn was like, why would you let him do that to you? And I'm like, yo, you just did ghetto gaggers.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing worse than that.
He may not have been mad at.
Oh no, he was mad.
Let me finish the sentence. He may not have been mad because he poured the milk. He may have been mad because no check came out of it. Sometimes that's why they're pissed off. There's dudes for everything you see. There's a dude out there who's alright with that.
That's the reason why I show Pinky respect. When she gave me that look, even her man had a problem with that. And I'd be like, yo, you're getting...
Sometimes it's just unsanctioned. Like, I've seen those arguments. That's why I'm talking like this. I've seen those arguments.
Did you live that argument?
I've seen those arguments.
Don't play me.
And 9 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, the
This
reason
would
why
be
I
the
don't...
episode
the
that
reason why-
Hynaken is gonna go hard. Yo, Mecca, did you live that argument?
Why are you helping him? What
I'm
is
just
this?
saying.
Because
This is
people
what
don't know.
See, this is Brooklyn. This is Brooklyn. Pay this no attention.
you
Adam, he
outnumbered
doesn't
tonight.
want his strikes
You
to be known.
Yeah, for real.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
For real.
Oh, word?
I'm 100% not. Like, please don't listen to them.
You gonna
Put
show
your
me his
phone
resume
down.
right
Hynaken,
now?
put your phone down. Hynaken, put your phone down. Put your goddamn phone down. Put your phone down.
You know, Joe Button said it.
You're in
and
my,
he's not a liar.
You're in my range from here. Put your phone down.
He's an MMA killer.
Put your phone
Yeah, leave
down.
that alone. Leave that alone.
What I've seen 9 times out of 10 with dudes like that, when those arguments are coming up, 9 times out of 10 that shit wasn't sanctioned. It was that's not what was discussed going in. So they get upset because some random shit happened. But it's really not that. I mean, unless
they
it
broke
is.
up, nigga. What you talking about? Both of them.
Too much random shit. Too much random shit. You know what that's like? You know when you get with a woman and she was dressing super sexy when you met her, and now you're with her and she's still dressing super sexy,
I want that.
and then she goes out without you and she's dressing super sexy.
Well, that's whatever comes her way. That's her fault, though.
See how fast that happened?
What do you mean?
How you found a way to get upset with something that was always happening
No,
before,
because-
during, and after you?
Right.
No. I'm not upset.
No,
about
but
what he had.
But you automatically went to whatever comes
No.
way.
wait.
That's,
I don't control anybody. But
Right.
if you're gonna go out there and do that, don't be mad at the result.
Well, no, nobody's.
That comes to you.
But we're not
See,
even.
they mad at the result, knowing how they maneuver. That's
We're
the
not.
big
We're not
difference.
even. We're not even discussing the result. We're discussing the action. The action is the same all the way through. Your reaction
Exactly.
to the action changes from moment to moment to moment.
have you ever had a situation like that?
What?
With a girl that you guys might have did a scene with or something, and a boyfriend kind of gets upset about it.
Yeah, like I'll even have real deal porn stars who are allowed to fuck everyone, and then they're not allowed to fuck me because the guy like watches the podcast and feels weird about it. So that sucks. But yeah,
There you go.
I've definitely had that. You know, it's weird because it's like you see girls, they get in the game, they're popping, they're young, they're filming, they're doing their shit, they're starting to blow the fuck up, and they always get a boyfriend because now they got money. They just want some stability. They want some security. They meet a
Right.
guy. He's nice. He's cool. Boom. They're all of a sudden dating. He maybe he's cool with her getting piped out by other guys for a little while. And then at a certain point, he's like, nah, I don't want you doing that anymore. And you can only shoot with me, or you can't shoot with guys in general, and then that puts stress on the relationship. And then at some point she gets a reality check and she's like, why the fuck am I ruining my career because of you? And then they break out of the relationship and then she starts
These
the
guys
process
sound
over.
like they pimps.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they don't sound
like
boyfriends.
boyfriends. They sound like
they
pimps.
pimps.
The guy tries to assert himself, he wants a different, he's like, fuck, I could have all, like once the guy
Well,
starts
he's gotta
getting made
feel-
fun of by his friends,
Right.
that's when he probably like.
But he's
puts
got
the
to
foot
feel
down.
emasculated because to a certain extent, like most people are just not built for that type of situation.
definitely
You know what I
not,
mean?
yeah.
Like even in your case, you said you don't want your fiance doing scenes with other guys. So, I can understand that, but I don't know, man. That's kind of the
Imagine the situation was different if we didn't have hella money, like where she clearly doesn't have to do that. If that was the difference between her like making 6 figures a month and her not, then at a certain point as a dude, like how much leverage do you have? I'm lucky because I got plenty of leverage, but if you're a dude who's not really bringing anything to the table, at a certain point you see the girl kind of break out of it and be like, oh, I don't need you. I actually control the pace of this relationship. I can kind of
That's
determine the rules.
But most women in that position, what kind of man would they look for? A man that's dependent
But the thing with these
to
girls
give
is
them
that
security.
they want a guy, they don't really want, a lot of the girls don't really want a boss or a hustler or a dude who's out doing their thing. They
Yeah.
kind of want somebody who's sort of subservient where
Yeah.
he's a big dude, he got a big
That's-
dick, but he's like around. He's not
Yeah.
at work 8 hours a day. He's
Right.
not off shipping packs all day. He's
Right.
kind of just around.
He don't
he's-
got no bread.
because like...
Well, he doesn't have a life.
He's dependent.
No, he's
because
a whole-
the chicks turn into the dudes and then they fucking start to manipulate the guys the
Exactly.
same way that we do the girls.
You
It's
know who
fucked.
went through that?
Yeah.
K
Huh?
Goddess.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she just
that's
spoke on
that's
that.
kind of crazy.
When we
kinda
spoke
crazy.
about it with Remy, it's the same thing.
Yeah, that didn't take long at all.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Eh, yeah. You know what? You know the funny part is the dudes who are okay with that, you never hear from, because they all just somewhere being quiet. It's just it's cool with them. They're avoiding the ridicule. They're avoiding the judgment. They're avoiding the eyes. They're just quiet. Most people who are happy in their situations are quiet.
All the time.
You never hear, it's the rah-rah that we always pay attention to. So you think everything is rah-rah. Meanwhile, there are people who are going along about their lives, enjoying the same shit that we would judge them for. They just quiet in the background.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.